Close your eyes and imagine a place that is beyond the physical universe, a realm of pure light and unimaginable beauty. This place is known as Maa Tripura, the island of jewels, floating in the ocean of nectar. In the very center of this island lies a magnificent palace built of wish-fulfilling gems, and seated on a throne that commands the entire cosmos is the Divine Mother, known as Maa Tripura Sundari. Her name itself is a melody. Tripura means the three cities or the three worlds, and Sundari means the beautiful one. So she is the most beautiful goddess of the three worlds. But this is not just about physical beauty. Her beauty is the brilliance of consciousness, the glow of compassion, and the radiance of absolute power. To understand who she is, we must go back to a time when the universe was in grave danger. The story begins with a demon named Bhandasur. This was no ordinary demon. He was born from the ashes of Kamadeva, the god of love, after Lord Shiva had burnt him with his third eye. Because he was born from that fire of anger and suppressed desire, Bhandasur was incredibly powerful. He conquered the three worlds, the earth, the heavens, and the netherworld. He stopped the sun from shining and the wind from blowing. The gods were helpless. They realized that no male god could defeat him because his power came from a place that required a feminine force to counter it. The gods gathered at the edge of the universe and performed a great fire sacrifice, known as a yagna. They poured their prayers, their hopes, and their very essence into the holy fire. For days and nights the fire roared, reaching higher and higher until it touched the sky. Suddenly, from the center of this blazing fire, a light appeared that was brighter than 1,000 suns rising at once. It was a cool, soothing red light, like the color of the rising sun. From this light emerged the great Empress, Maa Tripura Sundari. She was not born from a womb, she appeared directly from the fire of consciousness. She sat upon a chariot that was not made of wood or metal, but was the Sri Chakra itself, the sacred geometric pattern of the universe. She held 4 distinctive items in her hands, and each of these items tells a secret story about our own lives. In her lower left hand she held a sugarcane bow. Now, why a bow made of sugarcane? Sugarcane is sweet, but it is also stiff. To get the juice you have to crush it. This bow represents the human mind. Our mind is full of sweet potential, but it can also be rigid. The goddess holds the mind in her hand, showing that she controls the thoughts and the imagination of every being. In her upper left hand, she held 5 arrows made of flowers. These are not ordinary flowers. They represent the 5 senses: sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch. By holding them, she shows that she is the one who gives us the ability to experience the world. She shoots these arrows of beauty into the world to create desire, which drives life forward. In her lower right hand, she held a noose, a shining rope. This noose represents attachment. We all have things we love and hold on to. The goddess uses this noose to pull her devotees closer to her, saving them from getting lost in the darkness of ignorance. In her upper right hand, she held a goad, which is a sharp stick used to control elephants. This represents repulsion or anger. It is the force that pushes things away. With this goad, she spurs us into action when we become lazy or stuck. When Bhandasura saw her, he was mesmerized but also terrified. The battle that followed was not just a fight with weapons, it was a war between ignorance and wisdom. Maa Tripura Sundari did not fight alone. From her own laughter and breath, she created armies of goddesses. She created Maa Varahi, the commander of the forces, and Maa Shamla, the minister of wisdom. Finally, with a smile that lit up the universe, she defeated Bhandasur, restoring peace and balance to the 3 worlds. This story is a metaphor for our internal struggles. Bhandasura represents our ego, which is born from dead desires. The goddess is the pure awareness that arises when we sacrifice our ego in the fire of devotion. Now let us journey into the deeper meaning of her form, which is called the Sri Vidya. Maa Tripura Sundari is often worshipped in the form of the Sri Yantra. Imagine a diagram made of 9 interlocking triangles. 4 point upward representing the masculine energy of Shiva, and 5 point downward representing the feminine energy of Shakti. The point where they meet in the center is called the Bindu. This single dot is where the entire universe begins and ends. It is the seat of the goddess. The Sri Yantra is considered a map of the human body and the cosmos. The outer squares represent our physical body and the earth. As you move inward through the circles of lotus petals, you are moving through your emotions and your mind. When you reach the triangles, you are entering the world of pure energy. And finally, the center dot is your own soul, which is non-different from the goddess herself. Worshipping Maa Tripura Sundari is said to be the highest form of spiritual practice because she combines both enjoyment and liberation. Usually we think we have to choose between a happy worldly life and a spiritual life. But she is known as Bhoga Moksh Pradaini, the one who grants both worldly pleasure and spiritual freedom. She is the redness of the sunset, the joy in a mother's eyes, and the silence of deep meditation. She is often depicted as a 16-year-old girl, which is why she is also called Shodashi. This age represents eternal youth and perfection. It is that sweet spot between the innocence of childhood and the maturity of adulthood. She is fresh, playful, yet full of ancient wisdom. Her complexion is like the pomegranate flower, radiating a warm, inviting energy that attracts everything good in the universe. So how do we bring her energy into our lives to solve our modern problems? The remedies associated with Maa Tripura Sundari are gentle yet incredibly powerful. They focus on beauty, harmony, and relationships. One of the most profound remedies is the worship of the Sri Yantra. You do not need to be an expert priest to do this. Simply having a Sri Yantra in your home, placed in the northeast direction, acts like an antenna for cosmic energy. It corrects the Vastu or architectural faults of a house. It is said that the Sri Yantra balances the vibrations of a space, bringing wealth and peace. Every Friday, if you offer kumkum or red vermilion powder to the Sri Yantra while chanting her name, it is believed to remove financial blockages. The color red is very dear to her because it represents life force and activity. Another beautiful remedy is the Suvasini Puja. This involves honoring married women. In the tradition of Srividya, every woman is seen as a living embodiment of the goddess. If you are facing trouble in your marriage or if you are looking for a partner, the remedy is to invite a married woman to your home, feed her a sweet meal and offer her gifts like bangles, turmeric and a piece of cloth. By showing respect to the feminine form in human life, you are directly pleasing the great goddess. For those who feel a lack of confidence or beauty, the remedy lies in the mirror. Maa Tripura Sundari is the beauty in the reflection. A simple practice is to look in the mirror every morning, smile at yourself and affirm that the light of the goddess is shining through your eyes. It is said that wearing red clothes on Fridays or using fragrances like jasmine and sandalwood attracts her blessings. She loves fragrance because it is subtle, just like her presence. If you are dealing with heavy stress or anxiety, the sugarcane bow teaches us a remedy. The bow is bent to create tension, which releases the arrow. Similarly, your stress is just tension waiting to be transformed into power. The remedy is to eat something sweet, like a piece of jaggery or fruit, and offer it to her first. This act symbolizes surrendering the bitterness of your life and asking her to turn it into sweetness. There is also a remedy involving sound. The sound Kleem is often associated with her magnetic power. Chanting this sound creates a vibration that attracts love and friendship. It acts like a magnet for positive relationships. You can sit quietly for 10 minutes in the evening, facing west, and gently chant this sound to heal broken relationships or to bring harmony to a fighting family. The goddess also teaches us the remedy of silence. Since she sits in the center of the Sri Yantra, which is a point of stillness, practicing silence for a short period every day helps you connect with her. Amidst the noise of traffic, phones and television, taking 20 minutes to be absolutely quiet allows her voice to be heard in your heart. Ultimately, the story of Maa Tripura Sundari is a story of returning to the center. We spend our lives running around the outer circles of the Sri Yantra chasing money, fame and temporary things. But true happiness is in the Bindu, the center. The goddess waits there, smiling. She is the mother who never judges. Whether you are rich or poor, learned or simple, she only looks at the love in your heart. She is the beauty that makes life worth living. She is the reason we pause to look at a flower or smile at a baby. By understanding her story and practicing these simple remedies of offering red flowers, respecting women, using fragrance, and finding silence, we invite the Empress of the Three Worlds to take her seat on the throne of our hearts. She turns our life into a palace of gems where every thought is a diamond and every feeling is a ruby, and we live in the constant light of her grace. This is the timeless wisdom of Maa Tripura Sundari, the secret queen of the universe who is closer to you than your own